I read uh, an article. It was a newsletter email list that I have. It's actually Hormozy that wrote it, but it said something along the lines of he leaves like multiple days open in his calendar each week to allow for dynamic things to fit in, and it kind of got me thinking about my own life. And I think I'm going to start implementing one day a week, which you can consider it weekends, but I usually don't like treat weekends as weekends. But like one day a week where I have nothing scheduled, nothing on my to-do list, nothing, as a catch-up day or a get-ahead day. Because typically, if you're in any sort of career or you're in college, you're in school in any sort, you usually have a long list of things that are due each day or tasks that need to be completed. And well, some of them take longer than you anticipate, other ones go quicker than you anticipated. And you have to kind of gauge and plan it out ahead of time. And this is only really for the people who like actually like someone plan their day, and don't just wing it every day. So instead of like filling my calendar to the minute by minute, which I know a lot of people do, um, I fill it just to the tasks and then I grade them by importance and then just get what I can get done in the day. Anything left over gets pushed to the next day, and then whatever. Either I finish early that day and I chill out, I get it on the next day, do something fun, and then the next day I'll start with whatever tasks I have that I need to be done that day. If I don't finish, I'll put them over to the next day. And then if that day I don't finish, I'll put them over the next day. And you can notice this pattern where eventually there will be a day where I have an absurdly long list of things and absolutely not enough time to do them. And so by leaving one day open a week, you give yourself the flexibility of not getting behind and feeling overwhelmed, which causes you to burn out faster. But you also get the ability to choose if you want to get ahead or take the day off. And so it gives you these three really great options of, hey, you're behind, let's get ahead so that tomorrow we can start completely fresh and it'll be great. Today, you're caught up, but if you feel up to it and you feel energized, you can get ahead now. So you actually have to do less work for one of the future days, or you can just get ahead of the competition, right? But you could do less work one of the future days that you might be feel more burned out or less mentally clear or less willing to work or you have an appointment or something random comes up, right? And then the other option is you can just take the day off. You can just if it's one of those days that like today for me that was one of those days. I woke up and I felt like I got hit by a bus because I worked out twice yesterday. I've been biking every morning and I don't know why, really. I don't know why, but today was just a harder day for me. And so it was nice because I could take the day a little bit slower and you having the flexibility to do that, um, and knowing that you have a day free allows you a lot more comfort and security, and it makes you feel a lot less rushed and stressed all the time, which stress is obviously something that is directly proportional to longevity. So the more stress you have, typically the less you live. And the reason behind that is I don't really know, but some scientific thing of high stress people typically have lower lifespans, and people who have less chronic stress typically live longer. And so not only does it mitigate stress, but it also helps you stay in control and avoid burnout, which burnout is really just a shorter term problem, right? If you go balls to the walls for 7 days straight and then you burn out and you get nothing done, you might have been better off just going 80% or 70% consistently and you would have probably gotten more done. Um, and so, yeah, like I'm going to try and implement this. I think my day is probably going to be um, Saturdays because I like to do nothing on Sundays, or at least like nothing that's really mentally taxing, so I can actually recover, reflect on the week, um, and plan it out and stuff. But for example, if I set aside a day with nothing scheduled, and on Tuesday I wake up and I have a bunch of stuff that I need to get done, and I'm sick, typically, if I had planned out my entire week, I'm like, this sucks because every single day is completely planned out. I have no open days. What am I going to do? Right? But if I have one open day that is my catch up day, it can even be every 2 weeks or once every month, right? It's a lot less stressful because I can be like, oh, that's great. I can just chillax today, and I know on that day I will hopefully be feeling better and I can catch up. And then, of course, the other alternative is you never get sick and you feel great, and then you just get to that open day and you get to choose. Like, do I want to get ahead and feel like super productive and just get extra like bonus? Do I want to take a chill day so I don't burn out? Um, like literally anything. Do I need to catch up on undone tasks? That's the main purpose of this, right? Is the incomplete tasks, because that you can never gauge exactly how long they take, and then when you go to do them, you either don't finish them, which typically for the case of me is I over schedule. So when I overestimate how much I can actually get done in a day, and then I go and I'm like, ugh. And then there's a bunch, and it overloads, and then I feel behind, even though I really shouldn't because I'm still being productive. That stresses me out and causes burnout. And then I have one of those days where I'm completely unproductive, not because I've scheduled it, but because I've just burned out completely and given up, right? So one way or another, you're going to get one of those days. The difference is, do you pick which days that you want to chill, or do you force yourself and then make yourself feel bad for like chillaxing, right? Or not scheduling out the day. You don't have to be perfectly productive all the time in order to be successful. At least I like to think so. But that's pretty much it. I'll talk to you guys soon. My light for my phone just died, so I'm gonna have to go charge that before tomorrow. But that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.